Hey guys, welcome to the first ever episode of the Dubai Property Tips. It's a regular small snippet program that gives you hidden gems and tips from the Dubai real estate market. Because it's the first program, I'm going to quickly introduce myself. My name is Fahd Dawood. I've been involved in real estate for about 10 years. I'm a fourth generation, my family's fourth generation in Dubai. I was born and raised in Dubai, but I didn't start my real estate career in Dubai. I started actually in Toronto back in 2006. And then I moved back here in 2007, got involved in the property boom at that time, formed our own company with another partner of mine, and I've just been involved in real estate since then, advising on many hundreds of millions of dollars worth of deals. Now, I've seen a lot of information come out over there, and I want you to just give it a little bit of a break and get involved in getting information out there to you guys that makes sense. I don't want to say that I'm going to be the best and expert opinion. I'm going to have my opinion, and I'm going to make sure that it's well balanced and it gives you both sides of the picture, right? It gives you the pros and it gives you the negatives. I'm also a published author of the book called The Intelligent Real Estate Investor. Build your own property empire in Dubai with 500,000 dirhams or less. You can buy that on Amazon. You don't need to buy that if you follow my vlog or you follow the blog or my Facebook posts. You pretty much get a lot of the gist of what I have to say. Today I want to very quickly talk to you about one hidden gem in Dubai. It's an area in Dubai that's a little bit overlooked. It's not really talked about that much. A lot of people don't consider it to be an area where you can experience a lot of capital appreciation. For some reason, it's just been hidden away. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about why I think this area is really good for you to consider as part of your investment portfolio going forward, or maybe it's not the best area for you. Let's talk a little bit about it. I'm not going to tell you off the top of my head immediately where this area is. I want you to follow up. Maybe somewhere in the middle of the video you're going to find what area this is. I'm going to name it for you, okay? Let's start with the very age-old adage, a maximum that everybody's heard, whether you're an investor in real estate or you're not an investor in real estate. Everybody's heard this, right? And what's this age-old adage, this maximum? It's always location, location, location. Now, how does this location, location, location work with respect to Dubai? How does it work when you put it in perspective of Dubai? Because if it was only location, 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 and that's all you needed to do when you're investing in real estate, it'd be pretty simple. Everybody would be mega rich, mega wealthy, and nobody would ever lose out with their investment in Dubai. But just to be very frank and honest, and it's not a statistical, statistical research I've done, but in my personal opinion, over the last 10 years being involved in Dubai real estate, I have found that maybe 6 to 7 people who've invested in Dubai real estate have not made money. For whatever reason, they bought it at a very high price, they bought it in a different location, they didn't make money. Okay, let's come back to location, 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 right? When you're looking at location with respect to Dubai, everybody knows that there are a few prime locations where you can invest in Dubai, okay? Let's pick one prime location. Let's consider downtown Dubai, which is the vicinity where the tallest tower in the world happens to be, which is the Burj Khalifa. Now, if you went and bought in this location, obviously you're going to benefit from a lot of things that are already present. There's a lot of infrastructure that's already present and been built over there. There's a lot of restaurants, there's a lot of cafes, the roads are done, the traffic signals are done, there's malls present over there. If you are living there in your own apartment, or if you have a tenant, let's say, living in an apartment, he doesn't most likely have to go very far to get to the nearest Indian restaurant, Chinese restaurant, Italian restaurant, or the nearest shisha place. It's a stone's throw away, right? When you go and buy in a location like the downtown, which is next to the tallest tower in the world, basically what you do is you pay a very high premium to that other person who's selling his property in downtown. Because this is a place which is completely built now. All the amenities that you could wish for are already present. So yes, you do benefit from a great location, but you're also buying at a very high premium, and basically you're paying somebody else that profit, right? Any capital appreciation that you expect to happen is going to happen in a very long-term way, maybe in the next 15 to 20 years, right? In the short term, it's really difficult, which is fine, right? you're paying for somebody else's growth. And you don't really need growth, perhaps, and you're okay with that. When you compare location, you got to understand how location works with respect to Dubai and how you can use Dubai's master plan and urban plan to your advantage, right? My father worked with Dubai municipality for about 27 years as an architect, as an engineer. So I know that Dubai puts in a lot of effort in master planning and urban planning its entire city. So nothing happens by chaos in Dubai. Nothing happens ad hoc. Yes, you know, they might correct a few things that they do, but there is a master plan behind the push to where the city is moving towards, right? Now, back in the day, you know, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, everywhere where the river flowed is where the city or the people would actually gather and build around it, right? Because the river and the water was the source of life. When you apply that analogy to Dubai, and the way I like to apply it is that in Dubai, from what I've learned over the last many years, is wherever the government builds infrastructure, which means roads, transportation, the metro network, generally speaking, the city moves into that direction, right? So back in the old days, Dubai Marina and JOT, where it's at right now, these places, we all know that this was all desert, right? Being born and raised here, I know this was all desert. But when Dubai Master planned it, built it, provided the infrastructure, the city population kind of moved in that direction, or whoever could afford to live there did, right? So when you look at, let's come back to infrastructure and road infrastructure. So today's time, in my opinion, in Dubai, wherever there is road infrastructure being built or expanded or a metro network laid, that's where the city is flowing towards. They're very simple, right? It's no brain, no rocket science. You don't really need to be a rocket scientist to figure this out. So when you look at this and then you look at how Dubai is built, you realize that Dubai has a lot of mini cities, right? You know that Dubai has Dubai Sports City, then Dubai has Motor City, Dubai has IMPZ, which is International Media Production Zone, Dubai has International City, Dubai has Dubai Marina, which is close to the beach, Jumeirah Lakes Towers. It has many cities, and what Dubai has done quite well is within those many cities, it has provided an inhabitant living in one of those areas. Let's say if you're in Dubai Sports City, what Dubai tries to do is, and the master developers of those areas try to do is, you shouldn't really have to go out of that place short term. So if you need a salon, a hair salon to cut your hair, or you need to buy milk for the baby, or you need to buy medicine at night, ideally you shouldn't have to go out of the city. If you need schooling for your kids, you know, Dubai Sports City has a lot of schools also in that area. Ideally, my point is that the cities should be and are quite well endowed and well enclosed, so that you don't really have to go out. Similarly, there's one area of Dubai that I personally believe has been a little overlooked when it comes to investors. It's a little city on its own. It's called Dubai Investments Park. Okay, if you know where Dubai Sports City or Dubai Motor City or Arabian Ranches is, Dubai Investments Park roughly is about 7 minutes drive further down on Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Road towards Dubai World Central. So right when you cross Dubai Sports City, the next roundabout is where Dubai Investments Park is at. Now there's something interesting about Dubai Investments Park. It was launched about 10 to 15 years ago, but it's really come into its own today. And you don't get a lot of people talking about it, right? So there's a few highlights of Dubai Investments Park that a lot of people don't know. Okay, Dubai Investments Park right now, it's a full planned multi-zone city. What does that mean? Well, it means that it's got a lot of commercial offices, it's got industry inside, it's got residential inside, it's got hotels inside, it's got retail space inside, it's got schools inside. Let me just go through these one by one. For instance, the latest update earlier on in this year was there's about 4,500, let me get that right, 4,500 companies operating from Dubai Investments Park, and they're the big names over there. So Dubai Refreshments, Bayar, which is the nuts and food factory, Al Shirabi Group. There's just so many names that are actually operating, and all these mid to upper managers then obviously try to live nearby, right? Dubai Investments Park has 5 to 6 schools operating there. The most well-known school is the International School of Shuaifah, right? It started operations like 4 or 5 years ago with about 1,400 students. I think right now it's about 2,000 students. There's the Al-Warud School, there's the Greenfield School, there's several nurseries over there, there's hospitals there, there's a full-fledged NMC hospital over there, there's several hotels over there, like 5 or 6 hotels now. I was there today, I was just looking around, you know, there's the Premier Inn, one of my favorites. It's not 5-star, but it guarantees you your sleep. Then there's a lot of other 4-star hotels over there. It's very pet friendly. And then when it comes to residential, it's got villas that cost maybe approximately 6, 7, 8 million in the green community, to 1 to 2 bedroom apartments and studios, right? So it's got a lot happening for itself. But if you've read The Intelligent Real Estate Investor, I always talk about aligning yourself with the city's growth. So not only does Dubai Investments Park have all these great things already present, all these amenities, and this didn't happen overnight, like it took many years, like it's happening over the 10-year period, that all these schools and nurseries and retail and Carrefour and hospitals are becoming operational there. But what's happening in the future, right? What's coming next? Dubai Investments Park is literally a stone's throw from the Expo 2020 pavilion site. It's next door, literally, which is why Dubai Investments Park is now getting its own metro station. You know, the metro station's not going to be operational until 2019, but it's coming there, and it's on the new Expo, on the Route 2020 that's already been approved and awarded. It's one of the only underground stations, right? And it's close to where the Premier Inn is. A friend of mine actually lives in Dubai Investment Park. Their housing society's owners associations already send them letters that the work is starting soon. And the metro is going to be operational by 2019. Next door to Dubai World Central, after the Expo 2020 site, is Dubai World Central. So next door after Dubai Investments Park comes Dubai Expo 2020 site, and then comes, Dubai World Central. Something very critical that's going to be happening in the next year, which is 2017. And this news has been confirmed by the top echelons of the rulers here. So His Highness Sheikh Ahmed, then the CEO of Fly Dubai, and my best friend's younger brother who was a captain with Fly Dubai. Fly Dubai's entire operations are going to be moving to Dubai World Central before the end of 2017. That's December. Now in that area, unfortunately, there's not a lot of upper scale, decent housing for families. Yes, we've got launches where Dubai South and Emaar South in Dubai World Central, but one's got to remember that all of that infrastructure needs to get built, and those houses and apartments are literally no less than 3.5 to 4 years away. This is going to be a long time, but all these people who are going to be coming to Fly Dubai, the operational staff, the pilots, they're going to need housing. Now, obviously, there's villas available, there's apartments available, and some of the other surrounding areas are also going to benefit. So Dubai Sports City is going to benefit, Dubai Motor City is going to benefit, Jabal Ali is going to benefit, JLT is going to benefit, Dubai Marina is going to benefit, because people are going to have to live near Dubai World Central, as Dubai World Central takes up more of the traffic from the airport, which is in the heart of Dubai. We've already, gone past Heathrow. Things are getting busier. Dubai has no choice but to move traffic out. Now, I don't believe in actually just telling you the good parts of an area, because when I'm talking to my investors and my clients, I like to lay it bare. They ask me very critical questions, and we might not be interacting right now, but I would assume that you would have some questions as well, which I hope you would put down in the comments or hit me up. My number is going to be displayed later at the bottom. But I always like to tell people about things that might not be great about an area, the things that might not be the most sexy, the most attractive, so that people, when they go into an area, they go in with their eyes wide open, instead of eyes wide shut, so they understand the risks. So a couple of things: Dubai Investments Park, getting into Dubai Investments Park and getting out right now is a little bit of a minor headache because it takes about 7 to 10 minutes to navigate that big roundabout. Dubai spent about a few hundred million dirhams in upgrading that roundabout back in 2010, 2011, but they're doing that again now. So we're in 2016. I think that roundabout, big massive roundabout right next to Dubai Investments Park is going to be open by the next early quarter or maybe by the end of this year. Not sure, but until that's done, a lot of infrastructure work's been done so that traffic can go in all 4 ways. Until that's done, it's going to be a little bit of a trouble getting in and getting out. But that's fine because Dubai is always investing in upgrading their infrastructure and improving any problems that people might have. Number 2, because Dubai Investments Park is a master planned city, imagine Dubai Investments Park to be really like a small Dubai. So Dubai Investments Park is going to have everything, you know, it's going to have industry, it's going to have offices, it's going to have a few, not high-rise towers, but a few towers, it's going to have residences, and then it's going to have residences that are of variable quality. So it's got the cheap or the cheaper, relatively cheaper end, and it's got the very high-end villas in the green community, which are 10 million, 8 million plus. Because there's a lot of industry as well, one of the reasons that Dubai Investment Park calls it a complete master plan zone is they had to give all these factory workers who work in those factories some kind of residence to stay in. So they've zoned in a separate area of Dubai Investments Park where a lot of the staff that works in those factories live, right? But it's pretty similar to what Dubai has done with all the staff accommodation areas. So what it does is you give the staff their malls, their shops, their retail areas in that accommodation area, so you really don't run into them outside, but that's a reality, right? That's the city that you're living in. Last but not the least, Dubai Investment Park, like all the other strategically important lands of Dubai, like Dubai Silicon Oasis, like Jebel Ali, Dubai Investments Park is also leasehold. So sometimes leases are 30 years, 60 years, so when you're buying over here, you really need to ask. Some leases are 90 years, so you basically, with leasehold property, it can be inherited, it can be resold, it pretty much functions the same way as freehold. The only thing is, at the end of the lease, which is 90 plus years later, so let's say we're talking about 2098 or 21,000 and beyond, which is many years from now, the lease would have to be renewed, which is fine for a lot of people because a lot of people want to either live close to the schools that their children are going to, or they want to invest for the short term and they want to maybe sell after 5-6 years, and that's not that big a deal. Anyways, that's it for now. A little bit more information, Dubai Investments Park. I hope it was helpful for you. If you've got any questions, hit me up. My email address and my mobile phone is going to be at the bottom. Look forward to carrying this conversation forward. See ya.